let's get started. Making sure all the audio levels are good here, at least allegedly, but no, it looks like we're good. Why is my mic so far down? 1 second. No, that's weird. Let me turn that up a little bit to match what I've got going here. Okay, no, that should be good. Just make that a little louder. Let's bring that back down slightly. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and put a prediction.
Hello there.
Hey, and that's gonna be just a moment doing my intro, and I will get to you momentarily. All right. CRA. Blue 4 is, I'm assuming, the US. Op 4 is Russia. No, that might be China. Okay. Oh, let's just run for 20. Alright, NASA, how you doing?
I am doing wonderful.
That's great.
Lovely big mission. Lovely, interesting. Very interesting. A lot of
Indeed.
wacky assets.
I'm gonna edit my mission command because we are co-commentating. I just want to make a note of that. All right. And that should be
And the
mission.
Chinese has already been summoned in the chat. Beautiful stuff to see.
Let me check our final numbers here. What are we at? Because I had it at 170.
Would be near 170, yeah.
176. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, so Op 4 is going to be starting in the top left. Blue 4 at the southern military base. We have what appears to be a few ships in play. If you encounter any issues, message NASA on TS or Discord. Spare mags and medical supplies are in the cars at spawn. Interesting. Looking over our mission objectives here. Wow, there is a lot here. So, Jinjae.
Yes, Jinji is a
Jinji,
VIP
that's
objective who spawns at LZB. Oh, you can't see that, can you? But at the town of Pertaman in the far northwest.
Alright, so that top left little coastal town that's on that little budding peninsula. Is that the one you're going for?
It is. Yes, it is.
Okay. So Blue 4 have to keep him alive, but Op 4 have to kill him. But he's right next to Op 4 spawn, so I'm assuming Blue 4 has a spawn right there?
Blue 4 has a single 5-man team of Jinji and his bodyguard spawn there.
Alright. So he is worth 2 points. Airfield is secured. That is, I'm assuming, the southern one that is by US's spawn?
Yes, the area marked in red.
Gotcha. So that is worth 4 points, and that is calculated by the end of the game. Air superiority denied. Have destroyed both enemy jets at the end of the game. Is that something on the airfield, or are both sides actually going to have jet PvP?
Completely dynamic. There are 2 jets on each side. Both are not restricted in their speed and have only guns.
Gotcha. So air superiority denied. Basically, if you destroy both enemy jets, you get that. All right. Op 4 can also gain 3 points by uploading a GPS jammer, I'm assuming at Lalat, where it's marked as GPS jammer.
Yes, it's an interact on a laptop next to the USAF GPS jammer that will destroy said jammer, but it will also cause a secondary objective kind of to fire, which is the carrier group and the top and the right will fire missiles, cruise missiles, which will destroy the anti-aircraft on both destroyers.
Wow. So that is, you mean top left, right? The Chinese spawn?
Yep. There, and there's another location with destroyers. They will shoot cruise missiles and destroy the Blue 4 anti-aircraft.
All right. What is the anti-aircraft capability on the two destroyers? Is it Praetorians?
Nothing right now. Yeah, Praetorians with 20 millimeters, but they're not armed right now. They're currently set to neutral. If they interact with the one on the USS Daniel Uguay, they will interact it and turn it to Blue 4, so it will target Red 4 helicopters and planes and infantry. However, if they do the objective Red 4 of the GPS jammer, it will then be targeted and destroyed.
Gotcha. So either side can interact with the AA to turn it on, or
No,
only Blue 4?
Only Blue 4. Not
Gotcha.
Like last time. Only Blue 4 can do it.
Gotcha. And then Jinji's escape plans unloaded to fleet have interacted with a laptop on the USS Spruance. Okay, so OPFOR has a 4-point objective on that boat to interact with a laptop. And we'll launch...
If they do the Spruance objective, it will fire yet more cruise missiles. This time, it will target every high ground structure, or every elevated structure on the airbase.
Wow.
A grand total of 8 missiles will be fired for that one.
Oh my god. And then Blue 4 have a few things too, such as restart the air defense network, which is Blue 4 interacting with a laptop on the Daniel. And that will undo the electronic warfare and bring it to gotcha. So that's how they get the things back on.
Yes, so there are 4 Praetorians which start as on Green 4, but they will turn to Blue 4 and start targeting Red 4 once the interact has happened.
Gotcha. And then they get Jinji to the airfield by the 65-minute mark. They also get 4 points. So this is just a massive escort and guard mission on multiple fronts. All right. That is nuts. So early game advantages to actually even to mid game, but that'll help determine the winner. But I guess the final fight is going to be that airfield anyway.
Yeah, there's no supremacy. Usually in offer games, you see a supremacy objective. There's none of that. If you have troops, you've got to throw them into the fight for the last objective.
1 second, I did forget that. There. Edited the title to add that this is PvP commentary, just for those of you that are more on the news side. Also, Erwin, how you doing? Oh, man. I guess I'm not going to be able to see anything until we go in, but looks like that's only in a few moments. I'm expecting to see a majority of OPFOR spawn on the top left, majority of Blue 4 on the bottom at that airfield, but we'll probably see small picket groups all throughout. Okay.
I've been begged by Depsor, and I do love Depsor, so I will give him an extra minute in a bit.
Alright. There's 3 disconnects right off the bat.
Well, we have a lot of people, so I expect a lot more of those will happen quite soon after contact.
We're at 176, so I'll make that one
something
last
to keep in mind,
adjustment.
on Blue 4, they have 3 squads, which are the base's security forces for the US Air Force. They are just patrolling around, just checking on relations between the population of the island. Their position is unknown to both commanders at mission start.
Interesting.
So they are 5-man teams. They've got nothing particularly lethal about them. They have a sniper rifle and they have a grenade launcher, their only markable advantage. But they do not know where they spawn, and neither do either commanders.
So they gotta basically figure themselves out. Does OPFOR have any units that spawn on the island in the field, or?
No, OPFOR is entirely on the
carrier. Jeez. Well, I was told to watch Twig King, because apparently he's going to be in a chopper with like 20 people and go out and do something silly, so we'll see how that goes. I got my sticky note ready to write highlights down, and we'll see if I can collect enough to make this its own video. If not, we'll mash it with something next week. Are the guys escorting the VIP up in Portimao, do they have a vehicle, or are they doing it on foot?
They have a single vanilla off-road.
Gotcha, so that'll be enough to carry all of them.
Their vanilla off-road. Now, it's fast. I love the vanilla off-road, but it's fast.
Yep.
However, there is a plethora of rocks they could hit on their way back to safety.
True.
So if they mistakenly hit a rock, then they are on foot. Not to mention, another thing to factor into it, the enemy has many, many attack helicopters.
Yeah.
So their lovely off-road, well, it is very fast, will show on radar.
Yeah.
So maybe they are best on foot. They've got a lot of options.
Yeah. Oh, but OPFOR has so many ways to block them at the 2 main escape routes. There's
a lot of forest. There's a lot of forest. Jingji wants to play this slow and steady. He can solid snake this mission.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I love Depth Sob. I love him so much that we're gonna go and get him.
You still got 8 minutes after that.
That's true.
All right, looking over at Blue 4. We've got our 2 jets, which appear to be those vanilla F-18As.
Those are vanilla F-18As.
Gotcha.
Paired against Chinese mod J-15s.
Gotcha. Blue 4, we do have that SAM system back on the airfield as well. I remember seeing that a week or 2 ago. It still got blown up, though. But we've got, what is that? An AH-6 Little Bird with M134s and a single... Actually, I think that might be an AA Sidewinder. And then we've got another one with dual M134s and Hydra rocket pods. Do you know if those are HE or HE-DP?
Those are AP.
AP.
Apart from the Venom has HE.
Oh, there is a Venom over here, and that's... Yeah, wow, alright, 2 7-round pods as well. I'm assuming Blue 4 has no way to do triple R for their vehicles.
I do not believe so, no.
Alright, they also have 2 up-armored 240 Bravo Humvees. Do they have the ability to refuel the jets, or once they take off, they take
indeed.
off? Ah,
There
I
should
see
be
it, yep.
Repair and refuel for the jets.
Yep.
However,
There we are.
landing on a known airfield is a risky business.
Very, very risky indeed. Looking over at Blue 4, I can see where those 3 teams you talked about are. I'm not going to specifically say their location, but looks like, yep, 5-man teams. They do have what appears to be an M24 with a weapon bag, so he might have a second weapon on him. They also have ACOGs, alright, and then they've got their own little up-armored 5-man Humvee, and that's going to be the same for each team. Looking at the main Blue 4 force by the USS Spruce, they also have multiple unarmed NRAPs for transport. We got some Stingers in play, some M136s, 249s. Looks like everyone has an ACOG, though, so we're going to be seeing some nice long-range fighting here. We have a single MRAP with a 50 cal that's up-armored as well. And look at that, we also have signs showing what friendlies and enemies look like. I'm sure that's going to prevent a lot of PID, and Sid can't even finish that statement. Now, so I have a running meme where every time we see that billboard, I swear the friendly fire incidents increase for that day, but...
I can tell you, statistically,
Uh-huh.
as an OFCRA member, that is what has happened.
That is what has
I can't
happened.
explain why that has happened, but that is what has happened.
I
Our
love
friendly
it.
fire incidents have went up after showing people who they're fighting.
It helps to clarify them, I'm sure. But, all right, we have a second MRAP with the 50 over here, so a lot of good transport. The way in is a concrete ramp, and it looks like it is just vanilla for the remainder of the ship. The laptops themselves, I see where they put them. All right, so that's up there, and then you got the Praetorian on the rear that can be activated if Blue 4 gets to the other ship. Other ship, meanwhile, just to look at that position, also a concrete ramp in. That laptop seems to be in just the opposite spot. All right. And then you got the Praetorian, multiple Praetorians on it, actually. Interesting. Good spots to have it on. Then you got a little military base beside it. Looking over at Blue 4's start for the VIP. Is the VIP going to be a player? It looks like it is, actually.
It is indeed. It is played by...
Joseph Porta.
Ah, perfect.
All right, and then he's got 5-man security detail. Oh, they're dressed up as Chinese forces. Oh, this is going to go really, really well. They also have a Stinger and a T5000 338 sniper rifle. Nice. And they're also, are those flash hiders or suppressors?
Those are suppressors.
Yeah, they do look like suppressors. All right. For copies of M4-based rifles. All right. And then we got OPFOR spawning on a massive fleet. It's 2 carriers here. We've got some Chinese equivalents of Gazes that they can fly in. We got plenty of their helicopters. They're clones of the UH-60, and I forget which one this is a clone of. I think it's the German Vic. But we do have an attack helicopter on the northern side that appears to have
2 ATGMs and 40
Wow.
AP rockets.
Wow.
And there are 2.
I was just trying to identify if those were AGMs or AA, but otherwise Chinese-based weaponry, it looks like they are AK-74 equivalents. Pilots get P90s because that's absolutely based, and you did mention these modded fighters here. Do you know the ammo count for the jets?
I do indeed. Both are looking around 1.2 or 1.4 thousand rounds.
Wow. Per jet?
Per jet.
That is quite nice. We also see RPG-32s and also Stingers. Is that the actual RHS Stinger, or is that like the Chinese version?
That is the RHS Stinger.
Gotcha. All right. And we got their version of the PKM AKs. But yeah, no, everyone is going to be allowed magnified optics if they want. I always like magnified optic PvP. It gives a lot more variation of what people can utilize. And it definitely increases the deadliness at the squad level. But looking at, there's the attack chopper. There's another UH-60 clone. And then we've got, is this, I'm assuming this HQ-6A on the second aircraft carrier on the southern side, is that going to be a towable AA piece, or is that just meant to be the airfield base AA?
That is picked up. That is the air defense Red 4. If they wanted to use it on land, they will have to carry it using the aircraft next to it.
That's awesome.
If they want to do that, however, they will have to lower its radar for it will poke it too much and blow up.
So that could be something fun to deploy. I also love how they have the they put the billboard of Winnie the Pooh on the side. And then they covered, oh, and something blew up on the,
Yep.
well, looks like that's going to be your job, NASA.
Oh, don't worry, I'm here.
Excellent. All right, 2 SVDs and some sort of helicopter down. That is why we have a Zeus, because the players are very, very special.
That is true.
So the SDVs, I'm assuming those can be either deployed in the water or they'll just air tow them and put them somewhere. And then you've got triple R on both jet. Well, not triple R, just rearm and, no, excuse me, repair and refuel. But I only see a repair on one of the carriers, but refuels on both. All right. So basically, OPFOR here is going to be full air assault. And ground is just going to be, or Blue 4 is just going to be running for the hills here and trying to set up defensive lines. All right. Looks like we're going to get started in another minute or two. But otherwise, well, I'm curious to see where Blue 4 is going to divide their forces. There's so many different places that Blue 4 needs to defend, so I imagine we're probably going to see a massive divide along what their capabilities are, but that's going to give OPFOR plenty of opportunities to assault positions, but at the same time, OPFOR is going to be split between trying to prevent a VIP from getting to the airfield and having to divide forces along different areas where that VIP could potentially go. But, you know, you could bundle up a blocking position with trying to attack the GPS jammer as well. You only need one squad to hold the little divot point at 064-075, that small little area there, because that's the only ground joint bridge there. And if they try to go on foot, there's only 2 crossing points that they could do, but it would only take a minute to do it, especially with some of these piers. What I'm curious about, though, NASA, is what's stopping Blue 4 from just grabbing a helicopter and then loading the VIP up and then flying him back? Is there a rule saying he's not allowed to go in a helicopter?
More than welcome. If they can get a helicopter there under the jet coverage and the helicopter coverage, then power to him.
All right, you know, that's more than fair because we do have the attack jets coming forth as well. Interesting. So right off the bat, we do see a lot of helicopters deploying early on. And the car is driving like a bat out of hell. Looks like they are going to try to go for the northern push, but it looks like now they're going to cut into the forest path. And I guess that's planned to try to avoid the helicopters, but they're going to ditch the off-road because, as you said, they can track it on radar. And we do already have a helicopter loaded with a squad's worth of infantry probably making its way to that blocking position. But funny enough, on the northern side, we do have a 240 Humvee that could potentially engage it. The question is, are they paying attention? Because the gunner should see it. Oh, nope, he did. All right. But the helicopter's already passed. And I think he genuinely just missed every single shot there because he wasn't able to lead the target. We have a second helicopter coming, though. Just will they turn around and notice? Also misses every single shot.
Troops and equipment onto the shore thread.
So you got OPFOR deploying all this stuff. We do see a gas being towed on air. Second one's already been dropped. Infantry being landed. So I'd imagine.
Rush on the cap zone. They're going to go on the GPS jammer. That's 2 squads back.
Yep. Okay, I thought they were going to set up a blocking position, but no, they rushed right up to the GPS jammer, and that's going to immediately.
It's over. The missiles will launch before Blue 4 can activate the air defense.
That's amazing. You do have the armed little birds around that position, though. But
the fear is if they'll do this objective, so there's no one to contest them. But
yep.
What will happen to these squads? These are 2 squads. Can they get out? I don't think so. The little birds will stop them. Have these people just been sent here to do the objective, and then just meet
probably, probably. Because I was told that one of the things OPFOR was going to do was just try to rush in on an objective, and it looks like they are going to accomplish that. They just got to find the laptop, which is on this HQ building, and it looks like
see some missile launchers.
Newton found it. Yep. Oh my god. I just watched those come out of the destroyer.
If the people who have activated it should see the missiles come past very shortly.
Yep, here they come. What a rush there. Seedorf was in the ship when it got hit by that. That's awesome. Alright, so there goes all the AA capabilities on those craft before Blue 4 could even get there and try to activate them.
No, you engage them with a...
Yep, yep.
For my money, that's better place. I would not do it so far.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wasted my rockets on that, to be honest. So you got ground forces now coming up to try to stop them. VIP basically running along the northern bank there, but they're probably going to try to cross on the northern side. OPFOR have deployed a squad north of the hill at Sador. I'm going to butcher that name, Gerja. But we do have a chopper down as well. Looks like the helicopter hit the ground a little too hard and potentially malfunction. Second helicopter also deployed some infantry here, and we've got 2 different U.S. Air Force patrol groups. Actually, no, just only one engaging this position. However, we do have an attack helicopter overhead. Are they going to take notice, though, or ignore it? It looks like they are opting to ignore it. And then we do have a helicopter behind them, potentially looking at the infantry in the northern forest, but it looks like his camera is actually looking towards the combat as his pilot kind of scans around this ridge here looking for Blue 4, and Blue 4 definitely staying put at this point. We still have a long-range engagement over here. We do see an attack helicopter coming in. Does a run. It strikes the Humvee, but it looks like only minimal damage was done as Blue 4 is now pushing this 5-man group to the south, possibly to take control of that hill. Meanwhile, at the GPS jammer, one of the OPFOR squads has opted to go northwest. More straight north, actually. There's only 4 of them remaining. The bulk of the infantry are on the eastern side, and they're not taking M134 fire. And Blue 4 is also coming in with an infantry squad of their own to the south. So it looks like OPFOR are combing this forest because they tracked the off-road to this position. And they also have infantry combing everything, but we're also hearing some airstrikes here. That was by one of the jets. Now we got an OPFOR jet tracking a Blue 4 jet here. But the Blue 4 jet trying to do a dive. Beats out the jet, and now we've got Blue 4 jets trying to engage some of the OPFOR helicopters here. Oh! I almost saw the OPFOR jet run into the Blue 4 Little Bird, but the Little Bird got a nice AA launch on one of the OPFOR attack helicopters. And I just heard some sort of explosion. One of the Blue 4 jets, it looks like he hit the ground while he was trying to get away from the OPFOR jet. Now the OPFOR jet trying to readjust potentially to hit this Little Bird now. So I'm not sure a jet for an attack helicopter was the best of trades. But we have both OPFOR jets rocking the northern side. I'm actually trying to look at where Blue 4's jet players are at the moment, because we've got one dead, and I don't know where the other one is. I'm going to check back at the airstrip here. Both of them did launch. I think Blue 4 don't have any of their jets anymore. So that would give 3 points to OPFOR for taking away that air superiority, but now Blue 4 helicopters are going to have a really tough time trying to operate in mostly OPFOR-controlled airspace. NASA, can you confirm that Blue 4 have lost both of their jets here?
Let's have a quick look, shall we? So we should have... Yep, can indeed confirm. Both jets are burning and dead.
That is nuts. I just gotta wonder how OPFOR is going to play that with their jets. Are they gonna start going for helicopters, or what will be the game plan here? Because Blue 4 will only have 2 Little Birds and a Venom gunship remaining. OPFOR, they have both jets and attack helicopter, and they still are transporting units and supplies onto the mainland. Now we've got the anti-air vehicle starting to be towed in, but that's not really going to be needed if the jets can just provide proper cap at this point. We do have one Little Bird rushing down, unsure what it's going for. I don't hear any damage on it, so possibly just doing a patrol down to the airfield to make sure OPFOR isn't rushing down to that position. Could also be relatively low on ammo, because I know one of the pilots just unloaded on everything. We've got Neko here looking at Oliver's body, not double tapping just yet. And then you got the Little Birds doing more of a shot here, but we do have one of the planes taking notice, and he is trying to get behind one of those Little Birds to do a bit of a gun run, but he overtook that. So I guess he's just doing a flyby, and now... Oh, no, he is turning. Little Bird trying to stay under him, though. And we do have the Venom gunship. It looks like he's trying to get behind the jet. We just had a SAM launch But the jet evaded and now is going low. Yep. I heard 2 launches there, and it looks like he dodged both. One evaded, the other got slammed into the ground because it was tracking that jet going low. Is Oliver trying to... No. Is Neko... Neko is medicing Oliver. Why? That's an enemy. What are you doing? Wait, what's that on your shoulder? Do I even want to know? Oh. Well, I think that's everything I need to know at this point. Okay. Blue 4 helicopters still having local superiority because of that AA capability. Jets are now flying in tandem. Could possibly come around for another run. And OPFOR is still deploying everything on the immediate part of the main island here, and relying on them just to come in on their own accord. Little Bird doing a lot of damage to the infantry down here, but not getting any kills. Oh my god! And Giovanni just ran up and shot the OPFOR guy that Neko was bandaging. I love it. Alright. Alright. Keeping an eye on those OPFOR jets, looking back at the VIP. They know they have the attack helicopter looking for them. But it looks like the gunner is focusing on looking forward. Still possibly trying to figure out where that 5-man USAF team went. We got another helicopter flying overhead. Quite possibly just spotted the VIP team here. So if that's the case, we'll probably see OPFOR forces turn and engage, or at least try to pursue. We still have the Blue 4 team here. It was 5 people. Looks like they're down to 3, though. Nope. Okay, the 2 people are further back, but they're still holding that OPFOR element here. AA just launched, and I think hit the other attack helicopter. So that is both of OPFOR's attack helicopters, and funny enough, that helicopter almost landed on an OPFOR ground vehicle. And we do have OPFOR dismounting from this other vehicle here, and they're going to potentially look up over at that SAM launch area and try to figure out where it came from. But with that overwatching helicopter down, it's going to give some reprieve to Blue 4 to keep running. Some vehicles, however, are bypassing. Very dangerous spot for Blue 4 right here to be in the open, because they could get spotted if they're not careful, but it looks like there might just be enough defilade cover for them to work with this. OPFOR, meanwhile, also deploying and taking Hill 357 just to that Blue 4 group southeast. And it looks like Blue 4 and OPFOR still fighting over the GPS position, but Blue 4 seems to be getting the upper hand at this point. Blue 4 didn't send a lot of guys up to this position either, so... I mean, I see 3 dead OPFOR in the open right here, so I'd imagine Air possibly did get some good strikes on him. Ivno is on 1 kill, Wolf on none, but he does have that vehicle kill to indicate he killed one of the OPFOR attack helicopters. And I do see Nox has 2 kills as well, and we still have that Venom gunship flying around, running orbitals here. That 134 firing down at the infantry. Looks like OPFOR's also displaced a few units here. And we see the OPFOR jets kind of circling around as a Little Bird with M134 miniguns is challenging it. And Bluck had his engine off to do a loop, and then went around, but the 134 is actually trying to dogfight those. That's hilarious. Wait a minute. Okay, no, there's Oddball. Couldn't spot the other jet for a second, but the jet's coming in, trying to do a strike on that Little Bird, and pulls in front of it. Yeah, the jet's gonna fly faster than that poor M134 can fire. And you still have the Venom doing orbitals here. OPFOR down to 4 infantry at the GPS site. But right now, OPFOR would have the point advantage because they've shot down both Blue 4 jets, and OPFOR have taken the GPS jammer site. So unless Blue 4 can get the VIP out of this position, they're in a lot of trouble. And it looks like we do have a Humvee trying to move up to Blue 4's position to pick them up. They might run into some opposition from the OPFOR garrison on 357, but if they can get the VIP into that Humvee and then pull it out, they should be good. Still got Blue 4 holding on that position. Fair enough, Lolo. You were part of the OPFOR GPS team up there, right? You did your job and took out the enemy AA. That's all you needed to do. So that 5-man Blue 4 team still fully up, but they're caught in the open right now, engaging enemies in the low ground here. And they're just getting picked off because they don't have a lot of cover to work with here, but OPFOR are all over them on this northern side. Looking over at the other patrol group here, we definitely see OPFOR moving infantry down. Benares here is following with an RPG-32 to potentially take out that Humvee. Escort's looking right up at him. I'm not sure if Blue 4 realizes they've got friends in this position, but that RPG-32 is going to start getting a visual here. If that Vic gets taken out, then it's going to be a lot tougher for Blue 4 to get the VIP out. Unless Blue 4 starts shooting at him, in which case I'm going to laugh my ass off. So OPFOR now coming down because they heard that Humvee come in. Looks like the Humvee did not coordinate with the Escort here. We got fluffers right there, too. Grenades going down as OPFOR are now potentially assaulting this patrol position. Escort staying low. Grenades are rolling down even further. Oh my god. The VIP almost died to a random grenade. Oh my freaking god. That would have been hilarious.
That's not for them. That's not their fight. They need to move.
Yeah, so Escort Group has realized they need to go. A lot of Blue 4 have been killed right here. They're just getting cut down at that point. There goes the gunner. Shame, because the Escort could have really utilized that Vic to get out of here, but I guess no can do at that point. Dimmy, the only character remaining from that other 5-man team, completely surrounded by OPFOR now. Yeah, both sides have air support. It's just OPFOR's is, they got the jets now. Blue 4 have a few helicopters. It's a mess right now. Then we also have OPFOR's AA vehicle also being driven up. I'd imagine the VIP is going to have no choice but to now continue down the forest path here. Try to get down to the resort airfield and then try to cross from that position to Segitiga. Or Segitiga. I'm hearing AA launch as well. Looks like OPFOR took a bit of damage. It is not letting me select block, but he definitely got hit by a SAM. His instruments are still up, though, so he's good. But he's definitely limping away after that hit.
I'm wondering personally how long it will take Red 4 to realize both enemy jets are dead, and then to employ their own anti-aircraft as anti-infantry.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking too with their AA vehicle or AAA vehicle. because I'm imagining that's going to be very brutal. OPFOR, meanwhile, on the hill, there's only 3 of them remaining. I know a few of them pulled back, a 4-man group out. One of the Hornets is down. So I don't know if the Little Bird got shot down or they crashed, but looks like Pilot was able to bail out and is receiving medical attention. And the remaining 4 OPFOR on the GPS position are now valiantly trying to basically take out everyone they can. I'm surprised they're not running in and taking the blue 4 Vix and just trying to drive away with those to deprive them of transport.
They've actually swapped sides geographically where they landed and where
Yeah.
people came from. They've just done a 180.
And again, I'm really surprised they're not just taking these Vix and running at this point, because that would also deprive blue 4 of their ability to transport from the ground. RPGs are being fired by OPFOR to try to direct hit infantry, because I doubt they have any HE rounds. And then OPFOR back on Hill 357, they're checking out that Humvee, and they're just trying to figure out if they got everyone.
To my count, Blue 4's AA are down 5 missiles, and I don't see a single jet, unless I'm mistaken.
So one of OPFOR's jets did get hit. That was Blux. But they're still keeping their jets in reserve on the top left because the AA is pretty heavy. Blue 4 only down to 1 AH-6 Little Bird and their Venom gunship. But OPFOR have lost both of their attack helicopters. Why is the SVD deployed right there?
If I'm Blue 4, then, I mean, you've surely clocked on at this point in time that the enemy have done the objective.
Right.
You've done your objective on your destroyer. It's now time to fall back to the Spruance and hold that.
Right. And I think they have to some extent. Oh no, the Spruance. Yeah, no, they're on the Daniel right now, so that's tough.
They've done the laptop, it's been done.
Yeah. So now they just fall back to the Spruance to deny OPFOR the ability to get onto that. But I think that's another thing too. When you have over, I want to say 100 people, it's very, very difficult, even when it's split 50v50, to coordinate everyone. So we're at 176, give or take. So that's near 80 versus, that's actually above 80 versus 80. That's, yeah, like 85 versus 85 at that point, height on that. So that's at least 2 platoons worth of infantry. Or in this case, probably a platoon, some special assets, and your helicopters, if not up to 6 squads. So, oh, it's messy, but OPFOR have just finished getting wiped. So we've got that 4-man team actually returning up to that hilltop. And now we've got this little battle line here on the northern side where the 2 sections of the island come together, actually connecting. If you look off the southern part of Bazar Air Base on the central left of the map, you'll see an SVD slowly traveling. I'm going to be honest, by the time it gets to the airbase, another like 20 minutes are going to pass, but they're trying to stealth it in, which is pretty funny.
Yep.
Oh, we've got incoming AA fire going up to the Little Bird as the Little Bird's trying to do a strike. Little Bird took a few hits. Front glass is partially damaged, and the frame is also partially damaged. Looks like the...
Very surprised it lived through that one.
Yeah. OPFOR deaded the Humvee, probably anticipating that Blue 4 might have the VIP in the area. I think Blue 4 were trying to bank on OPFOR leaving that Humvee there so they could take it and drive off, but nope, they're going to still have to stay on foot.
Yet throughout all of this, the VIP is Blue 4 still alive.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the largest surprise. I thought if they'd get in contact, it'd be done, but they managed to avoid contact ever so narrowly and live through the mission.
Ilvanex firing at infantry with the AA. If you see where he's lined up on. He's got a very far spread with it, though. So I'm not sure he's going to be able to really hit anything with it unless he deploys closer. But OPFOR looks like they've pulled back from the little ridge they were on because they took heavy casualties. We see multiple wounded that got loaded up in the vehicle and brought back. Yeah, at least 2 people down. One might be completely dead. And then the single blue 4 Minik, Demi, he's trying to move back over to where Op4 is. He doesn't have any AT capability, but might be waiting for them to do dismount animations or what. But I guess the major concern now is how is Blue 4 going to continue to get the VIP out of here? And it looks like the helicopter grabbed the SDV and towed it up to where the other SDV was. And now you got planes flying over, trying to run cap for this region.
Viper. Or Venom, rather.
Yep.
Yeah, he sees it. They're using HE.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's good. I did not see that dynamic playing out.
Yeah. You got Rigel flying in as well. I'm checking his ordnance. Looks like he has used his missile, but he still has an M134 minigun on the side, and he might try to dogfight the Hog here, and that's exactly what he's doing. He gets a critical hit. The Hog does have a warning klaxon going off. Oh, Celestial's flaring off. That means AA is trying to target it.
Yep, looks smoking. I'm assuming that means the first single hit we mentioned before did actually do some damage.
Yep. Venom's trying to bleed altitude at the moment to disengage, and Op4 is not pursuing. And you have the jets just flying around right now, possibly trying to draw aggro from the SAMs because they are going to have an easier time dodging those. Meanwhile, Blue 4 VIP is still content on holding this position. I guess they're really just trying to let this play out, maybe let Op4 get out of this area, fearing that Op4 is still in the region. Op4, meanwhile, their main infantry groups are clashing with Blue 4's main infantry groups on the northern side, where the two sections of the islands connect. I just gotta...
part about
Go ahead.
Where Blue 4 has chosen to camp their VIP, they can't be spotted true enough if they don't run up on them. But they're next to the enemy anti-aircraft. There's no chance for a pickup from that location.
Yep. It's a tough call. I just don't see where Op4 is going to transition now. We might see helicopters come in and pick people up, but Op4 needs to get through where Blue 4 have set up this choke point and start hitting the objectives again. And Blue 4 doesn't really have a lot of defense on the USS Spruance, so just one or two helicopters deploying would work, but at the same time, Blue 4 does have that AA vehicle they're holding in reserve by the Spruance, and we also see some infantry have mounted up. They've left the GPS jammer point, and now they're going to potentially redeploy around the Spruance to make that fight a little tougher. Yeah, TK Llama still checking some of these Blue 4 bodies
Duke
here.
From the BiA.
Where is he?
Blue 4, Duke from the BiA. He's in the center ground, fighting with the Red 4 on their approach onto their objective they've already done.
With the 240?
Yes, that is
that is a very evil position, but it works. Literally wedged right between the rocks. Very low profile there. The one issue is if you start taking fire, there isn't really anywhere for you to duck into, so you have to kill them before they even spot you at that point. But with that much of a niche and support fire from your right on the east of where the Op4 are, it's a very effective spot. You also hear 50 cal fire coming from one of those armed MRAPs, and they are tearing through that building, knocking Op4 out. So the OFCRA guys here are just stealing Blue 4 supplies around where the 5-man team was intercepted. Again, really close to the VIP. I just don't think they realize that they're right next to the VIP. At this point, there's no way for them to know, because that team is just so far down here. But again, 30 minutes have passed, an hour. It's going to take pretty much an hour, a lot of the time being the swim here, to get through. I genuinely think they're waiting for Blue 4 to basically break through and grab them, when in reality this Blue 4 VIP group should be trying to move on its own accord.
I entirely agree. I think that they must have been given the orders that someone will come to them. However, I mean, I don't see any group which is in position to be able to break through Red 4 as they slowly walk their way up to Blue 4 lines already.
Yep.
Any chance of a helicopter pickup, as I see Wolf Mother coming in now, but never mind, that's the little bit. I see any kind of helicopter pickup, unlikely due to the anti-aircraft, or not even that, but just sort of stand on the side of a hill. Like, where is the idea pickup for anyone?
I don't know, I could see Blue 4 potentially push forward and take out more Op 4 elements, but at the same time, they're going to end up taking attrition. Yes, Op 4 is spread out in a lot of groups right now, but if they move closer to where the Escort is, that AAA Vic that the Chinese have is just going to slaughter them, because the closer they get, the more accurate that weapon system becomes.
I think there's an argument to be made that really Blue 4's VIP might have to save itself.
Yeah. I mean, in any situation like this, you do have to go and save yourself at this point. We're seeing the chopper powering down up there. Hearing Vic's getting towed around. I'm also curious to see if Dimmy's going to be able to get into a position here. He's that lone survivor from that 5-man Blue 4 team. He could get in a decent flanking position and get a few headshots before he is discovered, but Op 4, it looks like they've pulled back from their forward position, left 2 people behind. It is a medic working on Woodbury. And then we've got Wasp, Wolf Mother flying around. Again, if he makes any attempt to land, though, this AAA Vic's going to absolutely shred him, and it looks like Ilbanek has spotted him.
He'll see him on radar, then they'll know where he is already.
And the Little Bird's trying to strike the heavier aircraft. Looks like the AA Vic is now being repositioned. It'll be brought further down the hill. It's now firing. Looks like he lost his angle, though.
Wolf Mother has played this very, very close to the edge, I must say.
Yeah.
I think moving up on a position, we know the enemy is radar-based. Oh, very close shots landed near him. But I think he'll make it out alive once more.
I mean, with this amount of assets, you do have to play them a bit fast and loose to fully enjoy their advantage to make a difference, because at the end of the day, this is about 85 versus 85, so it takes a lot for one person to make that difference. Dimmy's moving up to Swola and Major Khan's position. It's going to be very hard. I think Dimmy sees the forward gun of Swola here, but can't get the angle because of the tree. And that one shot was all it took to aggro Major Khan. He immediately gets behind a tree. Dimmy should have opened up with a grenade, in my honest opinion. And he's actually taking blue on blue now. Is Dimmy going to look right and see Major Khan? No, he opens up. Why would you open up on further targets if you know there's Op 4 right next to you, Dimmy? Dimmy! Dimmy! Oh, Major Khan's going to dunk him. Dimmy, me boy. Yeah, Demi's got to reload here. Major Khan's pushing him. He gets mag dumped. Demi takes a lot of damage. Swola doesn't realize he's being engaged. I think Swola's either crashed or he's AFK at the moment.
I suspect he may have crashed, yeah.
But blood did come out of him, so I don't know. But Demi's got no choice but to do some bandaging here. Yeah, no, he wasn't crashing. He literally just went AFK at the worst possible time, and Demi just shot him dead for it. Because if you're crashing and you take shots, it doesn't create the blood effects because it doesn't process on the server.
Well, good news. I definitely see Blue 4 has regrouped some of its forces from the hill battle, which is kind of pointless, back towards the destroyer.
We're also seeing the VIP group starting to move around again. I think they're realizing they can't really do anything there, but the AA Vic has moved over to the next hill. And they're going to try to move the AA cover locally.
However, as we see that, the two landing teams have finally almost reached their destination.
Oh, the SDVs? Yeah. It takes them a hot second. They're very slow moving, unfortunately.
I can see on the map their intention is to mine the road.
Oh.
They have they have 4 landmines between them. So
AT or AA? Or AP, excuse me.
AT.
That's smart. Little Bird coming in, doing another strike on that house. Actually gets a kill. Immediately starts taking some AA fire and some ground fire here. But the AAA just can't find the angle on him. Oh, we got Celestial right here trying to make a dagger cut. But can't outmaneuver the Vic, and now he's in the line of fire from the AAA. He's trying to pursue. Yeah, Demi now taking sporadic fire as OFCRA tries to figure out where he is. But OFCRA, I think, maybe thinking there is now a hostile force in the middle of their lines. That's certainly causing them to panic. Little Bird trying to cut around, might not realize there's a bogey on his tail. He does see it as he cuts up, but he's got the higher position. Dodges the shot, returns fire. Oh, but now Rigel... Little Bird's going down.
Little Bird's going down, yeah. He may land it, though. No.
That's too... Oh, nope.
Now, Regal is a very good pilot, but he did suffer from being a very good pilot by getting himself killed by being a braggart in one of the missions 2 weeks ago. I think now he's making up for it somewhat.
Now you hear that AA firing down on Blue 4 infantry, and this is forcing them to pull away.
Their sandbag cover was actually very effective. I
Demi now getting into a 1v1 as a squad moves down on him. And he finally goes down by Metelic. So now OFCRA are going to be able to send their forces around. Will they be able to get to the Daniel by the 65-minute mark? Or are they... Actually, I think they're going for the Spruce, right?
Yeah, they'll go for the Spruce.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to make that.
Send in go.
However, we have passed the halfway, as they say yourself, you have passed the halfway mark. Who do you think is leading at this current moment in time?
I'd have to say OFCRA, because Blue 4 doesn't have air superiority at all. I think all of their helicopters have gone down at this point. There might be one grounded, because I can't account for the Venom gunship at the moment. Looks like it's actually getting refueled back at base and repaired. But, I mean, OFCRA still has both of their jets.
It looks to me as if Blue 4 is sacking off the Spruce objective with a single team and moving the majority of their assets back to the main objective, which would seem to be very valuable, but they haven't got Jingji.
Yeah. OFCRA aren't going to be able to have that minefield effectively done either, but it might be able to hit stuff that also comes back. We'll just have to see. But from here, we're still going to be having that main fight at the little combination of both sides. But the VIP finally starting to move a bit south, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to make it in time, in all honesty. Ah, the Jets are on the bottom left. Blue Skull, how you doing, broski? Thanks for the 5-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. And I can't wait to see you guys this Saturday. Were you the little bird that just got shot down by the, what's the designation of that puppy?
I'm on Red 4, so I can see this. It looks to me as if they're establishing an emergency runway where the Tempai Pai Resort airfield is. Just,
yep.
Just to the south. It's very clear.
I'm not sure he's going to be able to... He's trying to land it, but he's going to have to bump it because it's too short. Oh. KA60, that's it. For that. That's the vanilla designation. I forgot the modded one. It's gonna kill. It's gonna nag at me all night. So if Blue 4 hold the airfield, and they also interacted with the Daniel, that's going to make them the points that'll tie up the fact that OPFOR is the air superiority objective in the GPS jammer. So I guess it all just falls on the VIP at that point. Yes. Or if OPFOR can go and snipe the airfield by the end of the game, which could also be a possibility. You got the Jets also flying overhead now. The Avenger battery trying to get a lock.
Trying to strafe the AA.
The Avenger's actually down to 2 missiles.
They should have multiple singers as well, but I can't confirm where they are. If they manage to make it out the firefight, that'd be very useful, but if not, it's problematic.
I do see some stingers on some of the infantry as well as a SMA and some 136s, so that makes sense. OPFOR looks like the dive teams have realized that Blue 4 are starting to set up positions around here, so they're going to have to take this a lot more carefully. And it looks like an OPFOR Vic actually broke through Blue 4's defensive lines. That's Twigking and 3 people. So we are seeing some holes being made, but OPFOR can always just mount up and move out.
Yeah, Blue 4 abandoning the Daniel Ugo objective. They're pulling everyone back to the cap.
Just curious what bottlenecks we'll start seeing with Blue 4 trying to do stuff. Yeah, grenade. It doesn't help that.
Redeeming grace. If we look for USAF Patrol A, they're in a very good position. I think they have been for most of the game, but they have just been using it for recon. If Ilbanek takes a wrong turn, or the VIP can somehow manage to make their way through the IBC and get to them, they could donate their own truck towards the VIP and get him out of there.
Yeah, and have a relatively safe passage as long as they hug the southern coast. But in the time that would take, I think OPFOR are going to establish control of the northern areas as Blue 4 do their pullout. We do see Blue 4 trying their best to engage the chopper, but the shots are falling short. And I just saw Wesley also shoot up at his own chopper. He just shot at it again. Oh, he's not shooting at that. My bad. What are you shooting at, buddy? He's shooting up at... the fortified positions on Blue 4 that have been abandoned. Okay. Probably saw something. That spooked him.
I think what's going to come down to, if I had to guess, is that Blue 4 has...
The Orca! That's it.
Their forces alive.
No, so it is the K60. That's the real designation. It's called an Orca.
By Blue 4
Thank
have done this. But Red 4 has still retained most, if not all, of their helicopter transport abilities.
Right.
If they want to move half a team in a blink of an eye, they can still do that very freely.
Mm-hmm.
Where the Blue 4 will have to start passing through checkpoints upon checkpoints of these narrow crossings due to Red 4 being able to do that.
Yeah. Blue 4 actually sending forces... Oh, wait, no, that's probably them just trying to push out of the Daniel, because that's the only bridge out of that territory. You got both of the 4-man diver teams. They formed up. They might try assaulting this hill. I did see that. You did get the 1 AA missile on the attack chopper, and then the other one got shot down by the VIP escort team, so at least OFCRA doesn't have their air power. So it looks like Bluck actually got it landed on the runway. Now what I'm curious about is, are they going to bring a fuel truck? They are bringing... Nope, that's a transport truck. I'd be curious if they actually bring a fuel truck onto that runway and use it as a little FARP or something. But the other jet appears to be escorting the other helicopter as it comes in. Then we got the escort team. Now on the southern side of this forest. If anything, they should pull in completely, continue to move southwest and minimize the crossing distance they have to do. Get right to the edge of this and then just move.
To the advantages of Red Force mobility, and PHK just got taken out by one of the last missiles for the Stinger. Or for the Avenger system, rather. It just took out the transport helicopter.
Oh my god, it did. Yep.
Come down to the airport. That probably denies its use towards the jet, unless you sneak around the side.
Right. Somehow destroyed the runway. I love it. Excuse me. Oh, look at Wombat near the main airfield. He's hiding.
That he is.
Oh, he's gonna run right in front of Johnny. Johnny's like, wait a minute, who are you? And Johnny can't seem to get the shot. A smoke grenade's thrown up on Johnny's position. Now it's a 9-banner's thrown at Johnny, and he takes effect to it because his character starts jerking in a bunch of different directions.
Seems to have bought one but enough time to heal. But can he bring up the rest of his divers in the meantime?
Oh, the divers spotted Sky Online and managed to pick him off. Johnny now advancing, suppressing Wombat. Head-on confrontation. A satchel is thrown. Johnny's dead.
But he is dead. Johnny's dead.
Only for Wombat to get knocked out by Mauser. Oh my freaking god. Alright, so the dive team infantry is about even with the southern infantry for Blue 4. We'll see if Blue 4... Actually, we're already seeing QRF come in the form of some other MRAPs. We also have one of the 50 cals firing up at the diver's position. Looks like they're trying to hit Cuboid here. Oh, and the VIP team is actually under danger here because we've got Kilo looking around at this forested area and Danny Sweet also crawling up to do a bit of overwatch. But thankfully the Blue 4 group has already made it down here. They just have to literally hug the wall and keep going. But I think every time they hear a jet coming, they get down. Meanwhile, Blue 4 are fighting the AA Vic. And the helicopter is also overhead, but the AA Vic completely annihilates the 50 cal gunner inside. And wow. Wow. He finally gets shot.
Send in GOAT Team 6 now.
Now that AA Vic is on its
How
own.
goes it? I am down with strep after I finally got rid of COVID for the second time, kitten me.
Alexa is... Oh, gets hit.
AT. does some damage, but it's still kicking. Wasper, how you doing, broski? Sorry to hear you got strep after COVID for the second. Aw, man, just back to back. I'm sorry, Wasper, but thanks for the 34-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you feel better, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh yeah, so the gunner's like in the trailer, so he's not going to be able to get sniped out. But does Alexa here... Oh, okay, someone got out and got annihilated, but now the gun's turning. And Alexa ducks under the gun!
Yep.
Out triggers are being deployed, so it lifts the gun up slightly. However, it's... Oh wait, no, I think Alexa just deployed the out triggers to immobilize the vehicle. He's shooting out the wheels! Now Ilvanek's trying to find an angle to shoot the gun so he can do some potential collateral damage. Oh my god. He's trying to move to this OFCRA body to see if there's anything he can do. Looks like Ilvanek just annihilated another guy in the house who had an AT4 and was trying to line up a shot. Lex is trying to fold into the Vic here. And he's just blopping at any infantry that come up as well. He's removing the wheels, yes!
Oh, what a play!
Alexa, you know what to do. Looks like the VIP is also sneaking away out from under this OPFOR group's nose. Does Swede turn around and see him? Nope, he watches his jet fly by. See, if Swede looks right, he could actually see the VIP team moving. But does he look right? He does, but too quickly. I think the VIP team is pretty much home free at this point. Did the jet take off from that bottom left airfield? It did, okay. And it looks like the Venom gunship was finally taken out by another, the other jet, who is doing a flyby above to confirm it was shot down. Oh no, now there's two infantry now. Duke has joined them. He's got a 240. They're climbing on top of it, and Alexa is trying to now vault into the gun. Oh my god. He's trying to shoot into it. And they're continuing to remove the wheels.
This is so goofy.
Welcome to Arma 3 PvP at its finest. So OPFOR have pulled back to their SVDs. Looks like they took a few more KIA as they pulled away. Now it looks like they've remounted the 50 and they're trying to shoot at the vehicle a bit more. They're also shooting out the front of the vehicle as well, trying to find where this gunner is. Really surprised I haven't seen Blue 4 try to grab more AT and fire at the vehicle.
Only imagine long-range buildings.
Yep. Ooh, VIP might be spotted here. We do have an Op4 Vic driving in the zone. It looks like they're focusing on the road. And the VIP team didn't even feel the need to get down. Looks like the Jets are giving Ilbenek air support. Duke, oh my god, Duke. I knew that was gonna happen eventually.
Did you use the tire?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check that.
I was waiting for that to happen. I knew it was coming. But yeah. Alexa also died to that. But I guess Duke had enough.
I'm sure they're happy with that trade. Oh, Block and Oddball coming in for a strafe together with them.
Are they're doing a dual strafe? Oh my god.
Need to grab Duke. I hear him.
Yep, now they're gonna pull away. Alright. VIP is now trying to move back north, so I guess they're gonna still try to make it past that gap, maybe make it to the USAF team and use their Humvee. Because that's the only way they're gonna be able to get back in time is if they use a vehicle, because they can't risk doing that massive swim. But yeah, no, Blue Force seems to really just be trying to hold the spruce right now. And I'd imagine that's going to time out soon. And then we'll just see them go and hold the airfield. But I wonder what Op4's plans of transition are at this point. Because it seems like Op4 have kind of lost all their steam. Looks like the USAF patrol is moving away. And the Escort team is now continuing to move. We do have an Op4 team nearby. We'll see if they spot them, but... Look over at the left side of the map towards the center at Toko Tempat, and you can see what Op4 have done to their Vic.
Oh, that's not good.
This right here is peak Arma 3 PvP. It wouldn't be PvP without one Vic somehow wedging itself against a pipe and now trying to use the wheels to continue to turn the Vic somehow. As everyone gets out and watches the driver in this futile attempt.
No, I think it's pretty obvious what the VIP's plan is now. He's trying to regroup with the patrol team in the north.
That's what I'm thinking, yep.
The whole time, I think. Issue is the FJB. The Fallschirmjäger Battalion are right next to him, and there's a lot of them. And there's really no reason for them to be there, if not for them trying to clear out the airfield, which got then nullified.
Yeah.
I can understand why the VIP has taken this route, but it seems to me...
Send in Goat Team 6.
unfortunate, for lack of a better term.
Dark Horseman, thanks for the 4-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Kermit has spotted the VIP. Yep.
They're gonna swim.
Alright, I'm waiting for Porter to get sniped JFK style here.
What a mistake. They're gonna swim.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
He made it!
Oh my god, he freaking made it. He got legged.
Well, you can't heal in the water. Somebody took off their vest. Oh, what a mistake.
Damn. And the only force that could back him up, I think, is now potentially turning around. Nope, they're still gonna go north. Oh, that's funny. Is Porter gonna try to fake him out? But we got Benares moving up.
Twicking. They've marked themselves on map as PLH Suicide Squad. They are going straight for Destroyer, one has to assume.
Amazing. There is a 50 cal car, but I don't think it has the depth blade to actually look down and see the Vic coming by. And Maki gets in the way of the Vic, stopping it from pulling in to engage. Oh my god. Now it takes fire. I can't believe that just happened. That was comical.
Just give the heads up to the team inside the base that they are on the way, which is believable.
And Benares finds and eliminates the VIP. And I think that's GG at this point. I think OPFOR have enough points to win entirely. Meanwhile, we have... I was going to say we had a Blue 4 guy on the eastern side of the map surrounded by OPFOR, and he just got eliminated. Here, I need to open...
Twicking has not went for the objective, at least so it seems he's going straight south.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do an objective count real quick. Jin is dead, so that's 2 points to OPFOR. Airfield is still contested, so that's 4 points. Air superiority has been denied for Blue 4, so OPFOR has 3 points, so that's 5 points for OPFOR total. The worm was uploaded to the GPS jammer, which gives OPFOR another 3 points, so that is 8 points for OPFOR total. His escape plans haven't been uploaded yet. So that's going to be Blue 4... Well, actually, no. Blue 4 doesn't get any points for that. It's only OPFOR that could gain points for that. Blue 4 aren't going to be able to get the VIP to the airfield by the 65-minute mark. That was already done, so they aren't able to get those points. And Blue 4, I think, were able to interact with the air defense... But it doesn't matter because the area was destroyed anyway, but I think they got those 3 points by interacting with the Daniel. So Blue 4 have at least 3 points right now.
Yeah.
They can score an additional 4, but OPFOR have 8 right now, so it's GG. Unless OPFOR also lose both of their planes, but I don't think that's going to happen. And there's the, yeah, Blue 4 objective at the 65-minute mark being cached. So... Yeah, no, it's...
Unless Blue 4 suicide their own planes, which isn't beyond them. I read for other systems their planes,
Yeah.
It isn't beyond them. Then it does seem like it's game. Although I would love to see an actual battle for the final objective.
Mm-hmm. As would I. Wow. So unless OPFOR basically throw the game, it's a near guaranteed OPFOR victory. We just had Blue 4 and an OPFOR MRAP drive very close to each other around FOB Tingy. We have an SDV redeploying into the little bay area here. I guess they'll try to go for a push on the airfield. We do
Any
have
idea what Depso's plan is?
I have no idea at this point. Who's Depso for? The Blue 4 Op 4 command?
That is Blue 4 command, and he's probably driving into the middle of, well, the middle of the map, to be honest with you.
I guess he was going to pick up the VIP, but the VIP was taken out. But here comes the Op 4 Suicide Squad. Oh no, the AI! No! Oh no! Oh my god! The humanity! Op 4 now have an inflated kill count. Uni gets knocked out, Op 4 lose a guy. Actually, I think, nope, Twig is still alive, so one of the 5 are dead for Op 4. Crazy gets knocked out because he was crazy once. They locked him in a room. A concrete room filled with Blue 4. Blue 4, well, Blue 4 kill Crazy. Cameron's getting an RPG out because I guess he doesn't like that truck. No, he puts it away. Decides he likes that truck anyway. Rip in pieces, yeah. Ah, now can Camred win this fight? We still have the Jets strafing Blue 4 Vix on the northern side. Samuel somehow has a -1 in his kill count. I don't want to know how he got that. Because that 5-man team is a 4-man team right now. How's that Op 4 5-man team doing? Well, it's down to 2. I don't see where Twig went. But I do see a dead body on the road up here, so I can only imagine what might have caused that. Ooh, Dudeson is marked as a medic, so if he could get to Crazy's body. I love how Op 4 followed Blue 4's plan, and now they're doing this, like, naval insursion, but the Blue 4 side lead is here, and they could potentially now camp the waterway as this crossing is done. And it looks like they've scoped in and seen it. And the jet, I'm not sure what it was striking. I think the vehicle back here, actually, I do see the impact craters. Oh my god. Blue 4 now counterattacking the 5-man Suicide Squad. Grenade gets thrown. Counter grenade gets thrown. The dude eats a freaking rocket. The Vic gets destroyed as a follow-up. A grenade gets thrown as people breach in. Oh my god. And Dudson gets shot in the back of the face. I'm going to roll that as a suicide because it had information that pertained to Hillary Clinton's arrest. What a shame. Well, Depso is trying to push up here to bully as many infantry as he can as Blue 4 command, because even he doesn't realize what's going on, but he doesn't even have a head anymore, so I guess it doesn't matter. Tymic knocks out another person, so we'll probably see 3 people drown. Make that 4. Timek really good at drowning people today. And I just heard something explode because it looks like another squad of OPFOR charged in. And died. Wow. And there is another OPFOR truck that could potentially come in here and do the exact same thing. I feel like Mix is going to bide his time now and get out at the best possible moment. A few well-placed grenades is all he needs. Back up to the north at Timek's last stand. He's smoked things out. It looks like he's taken a few hits. We see some bodies in the water that I don't recognize. Wink! So we can only assume he has been successful in drowning some of his victims. Oh my gosh, the third truck with 5 people is now coming in. Are they going to A, drive right in, or B, tactically dismount somewhere outside of the objective and try to play it smart? Well, they are Team B, so it appears they have gone with option B. It only took 3 insert attempts to get that right. Mix gets out, and as soon as he gets out, he dies. Wow, who would have thought? 6, sorry, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for the 12-month resub. That gets you a Lance Corporal badge. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario, despite how crazy it is. You know, it's funny, because if we were to count remaining manpower, Blue 4 would win this, but Op 4 have just committed harder, and, again, I think Op 4 have won this at this point. Again, even if the aircraft get destroyed... Actually, no, the aircraft would have to be destroyed. Yeah. That would only be if Op 4 captured the airfield, which they're not.
What's interesting is all the positions that people have occupied are very vulnerable and could get hit with missile strikes if only Red 4 could do the objective on the screen.
Yeah. What's Mackenzie doing? I also love how there's a group of Op 4 just on the top right, not even doing anything. It's because there were a few Blue 4 there, and I'm not sure if they were just forgotten about or what, but now they're just shooting.
At least that Red 4 have the assets to move people, but I seem reluctant to do so.
Well, chat, this is all we got, I think. I mean, that's it. Looks like Op 4 are timing smoke grenades to potentially charge in. And Blue 4. Op 4 finally got a strafe on that Humvee that Blue 4 ground command used and knocked the engine out. I love searching for an HVT for 70. Here, Nazza, this is from Adamek in my chat. I love searching for an HVT for 70 minutes just for another squad to do our job and then to die by drowning. Classic PvP experience, in my opinion. Oh, looks like the helicopter finally moved over and picked up some of the OPFOR. No, it dropped off a vehicle for them to use. But there's only about 12 minutes remaining. And we do have Diver Team A still in position over here. They've kind of just been staying on the edge. We have a random destroyed vehicle on the runway. It appears to be a fuel Vic. So maybe they just sniped it. We do have Blue 4 looking in their direction.
Blue killed their own vehicle in that regard.
Amazing. I think the final fight here is with this 4-man OPFOR team.
I would agree.
Depso, I don't think you guys won. I think you're off by 1 point. Why is it always OPFOR getting pinned in this exact same spot right here? Wow, those jet pilots really hate Luis. I love how they've hidden the 50 cal Vics into the entryway of the...
They do that, try and hold it, and a single RPG will just cause a chain reaction.
The helicopter, it's gonna land people. Oh my god. They missed the AA launch. And Callie jumped out too late and ended up in the ocean. Outstanding move. Yeah, the issue is Bohemia I don't think ever meant for people to climb onto this top of it, but I know enhanced movement can let you climb around, so you're going to have a lot of clipping issues here. Oh my god. Yeah, so Callie's going to go to the ladder and come up through the other way. Roland's on the roof. There's a fucking hitbox! There's a hitbox that deflected the grenade and all the bullets! Oh, that one made it. Oh, there goes Rixu. Wait, no, the grenade fell through the... What? Bohemia. Oh my god. Zero the bullets. I can't. I freaking
I think Callie
can't.
the best chance there anyway.
Oh. Oh my god. I think they just killed Luis with an AT. Oh, this is... My god. Finally, I got the grenade down. I love how air's strafing the roof where all the friendlies are. And Callie is, yeah. Oh, I love this invisible hitbox. No, we're not doing a post-game Seedorf interview. God, I thought we were done with that meme. Oh. Damn. I forgot that existed. The jets are strafing the vehicles now. Oh my god. I'm waiting for Epic to swoop down like a ninja. Nope, he's on the phone.
Team number 4 is coming in for Red 4. They're just going to drive directly in. Let's see if they make the same mistakes as their brethren.
Meanwhile, in the south, that 4-man dive team is down to 3. It was 2 for a second, but one of them woke back up.
They are going to make the same mistakes, it seems.
Yeah, but now there's nothing to stop them because everything's been shot. Ooh, the gunner got knocked out. Those jets are getting really cocky with this, but I love it because they did get a knockout. And actually, nope, the second one got the kill on one of the gunners in that vehicle. How did it get here, though? Out of all places. He's trying to loot the Stinger so he can shoot it at the jets. He just can't seem to get access to it. Jets, I think, are lining up for another pass. Benares runs up and kills Seedorf because he dropped on the other side. They're doing yet another strafe. Benares trying to get out of here, but he can't. Whoo! There goes my ears. Dawodok's trying to fight. He gets pushed back. Pre-firing around these corners. And it looks like Benares got taken out after he tried to push, but he knocked out Riksu. Did you just double tap? Yeah, I'm not going to question him. Dawodok's now free-firing. Unfortunately, there's a door in the way. And they're deciding to run off. He's trying to pen that, but it's not going to pen. 4.5 minutes. Let's go ahead and look at the southern airfield. Wow, that's a lot of blue for. OFCRA's 4-man team tried an assault. Oh, but it is Zixme, and if there was anyone that could do this, it's Zixme. Now, can he kill all of these blue 4 in 4 minutes? Ash trying to give him some backup. Zixme vaulting over the wall. And here comes Zixme. Oh, Zixme takes fire as he moves up there, though. And I guess they know he's coming. Ash is killed. Zixme's stunned. He pops a flashbang. Gets the first kill. Moves in. Gets the second kill. Has to reload as a 249 sweeps. Oh, he tried, though. That was very good. Oh, I lost my little notepad. There we go. Almost had it, but he ran out of ammo. Alright, so that's going to be the southern airfield secured for Blue 4. Op 4 taking control of a majority of the aircraft, or excuse me, not the aircraft, the boat here. Looks like they're landing even more reinforcements.
That would be the side lead.
Oh! They give the damaged Praetorian a little love tap there. I did not, Fisher. 3 minutes. Oh my god, Timex gotten across the river here because he was still with Green Fort Command. Looks like he's now positioned himself to plink at people on top of the boat. Pogo jumping down, trying to interact with the laptop because Blue 4 doesn't notice him. And now he notices Zero. Zero gets taken out. Wow. And yeah, that's the boat secured. That's GG. Of course, the boat doesn't really matter because that got cashed in 20 minutes ago, but yeah. Ooh, AA hits one of the planes, and the plane goes down. Funny enough, if Bluck now gets shot down, and he's already, I think he got repaired, but if he gets shot down, then Blue 4 wins. If he stays up, then Op 4 wins. Everything now falls on this final jet. And it looks like he is just banking back to territory he controls so he doesn't risk it. Ah, yes. I love listening to Jet while I match commentate. Please, God, thank you. Oh, God, my ears. Missiles did launch. That's what took Oddball out. I just know the Avenger is, I think, completely out of missiles at this point. Yeah, all of her tubes are empty. And funny enough, the rest of Op 4's infantry are on the frickin' boat. There's only like 6 dudes and 2 additional on the side and 1 transport helicopter. And then 1 jet. That's everyone. Meanwhile, Blue 4 has a force like literally 3 or 4 times their size. But again, I think Op 4 have completed more of their objectives, so that's it. I think they had to interact with that laptop by the 65-minute mark, and there's the game. And yep, as I predicted, 8 points to 7. All right, NASA, it has been an absolute pleasure, broski. I will see you next week.
Perfect. See you in a bit, love.
All right, have a good one, mate.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll pay it out to Op 4. China #1 here. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. We're not we're not interviewing Seedorf. Cheers, guys, and have a good one. We'll be back in a few hours.